Alright, we're mostly in orbit. It's not the greatest one in the world. Periapsis is only 49 kilometers, and the apoapsis is clear out to 408, which just simply proves that I've got a lot of work to do in terms of practicing this kind of a launch. But in the meantime, ascending node is showing 56.9, so this is where we'll set up a maneuver to fix that. Let's see. Alright, keep going. Down to 32. Keep going. This is also having the effect of raising the apoapsis on that side of the orbit. Down to 25. $16. $9.3. $8.4. We have a close approach vector here. Target position to intercept. 7.1. Let's throw a little more on there. $5.8. $5.2. Alright, that's going to be about the best we're going to get for right now. We'll go ahead and burn this, get out to Kerbal Escape, or actually we'll head towards it. Be there in 13 days, and the asteroid will be here at periapsis in 12 days. So there are some more maneuvering to do. Let's go ahead and reverse a little bit of that. No. Let's not. Okay. Of course, we have an escape, so it's not going to show us that node anymore. All right. 2,106 meters per second burn. Let's go ahead and start getting lined up with that. I'm going to set an alarm for it. 7-minute, 29-second burn. Alright, we'll set our alarm for 10 minutes. Actually, no, we'll set it for about 4 minutes. Okay. Alright, let's time warp and burn. Yes, that clouds thing does make stuff look pretty good. Okay, and I'm kind of guessing a little bit on the burn. I'm going to go ahead and start now because this is going to run out. Our delta V stats. Yeah, it's going to run out fairly soon, and then this stage will take over. But with it having so much more fuel, it will still arrive at the asteroid with more than the other one had, I'm pretty sure. That'll have an escape in 6 days, and that will leave plenty of time to maneuver to catch up with that asteroid before it gets to here. Okay, really stupid staging accident. I staged and my asparagus stages up here went with it. So the delta V on this thing is going to have to be enough. And I'm actually tempted to go ahead and launch another one after fixing the staging problem, just to make sure that if this one doesn't prove enough, there will be another one already on the way. And if this does prove to be enough, then the other one can be repurposed to something else. Alright, burn is complete. We've got 2,800 meters per second of fuel left. Let's have a look out here. And I'm going to put a maneuver out this way, say in 4 hours. Let's see what we can do. To see if it's at all possible to arrange a rendezvous. Okay, there's our, get this out of the way. Alright, here's our encounter, our intersect. Separation 64,000. $30,000. Separation 4,000, that's better. 2,000. Alright, I've come up with a maneuver here that will get us within 645 kilometers. The maneuver is in 3.5 hours, so I'm going to set an alarm for that. It's a 40-second burn, so just mark that. And then set the alarm for 25 seconds. And now I'm going to get this thing lined up with that node. And then I'm going to switch back to the vehicle assembly building, fix the staging error on this thing, and launch another one of these things, just in case this one proves to be not enough. Which I'm thinking that might just be the case, because it's going to get to that asteroid with, well, 1,035 meters per second burn this time. There's 2896 on board, and it's going to get to it with about 1,000 meters per second, which is going to become a heck of a lot less once it docks with the asteroid. So I think maybe having another ship up here is a good idea. So I'm going to go ahead and get switched out to the VAB, fix my staging problem, and launch another one. Alright, I'm just finishing up the circularization burn to get this one into orbit. And the alarm has already popped up during the flight for the Arm 2 ship, the other ship that's heading for the asteroid. So I'll need to finish this burn right there. And now I'll leave this in orbit with its 3 full tanks and everything. Its staging is properly set up now. So now jump to ship and restore maneuver node. And that's the wrong one. Jump to ship and restore maneuver node for this one. Okay, here we are. Talking about a 40-second burn. Let's get realigned with the maneuver node. We're still 3 hours out. Is that right? No? Yeah, 3 hours ahead. It must have been the arm 1 that was... Yeah, let's just delete that node. And I'm going to go back to the other ARM ship since this one's got 3 hours. And we'll proceed to send this one on its way. The tricky part is going to be the tricky part is going to be selecting the target. Okay, this must be, yeah, this is the escape burn. It's in 2 minutes. It lined up. Alright. A little bit screwy there for how that's looking, but no, that can't possibly be the right burn. I need to select that asteroid as a target, and it's difficult to do because every time I do, the arm 1 comes up as the choice. You know, there used to be a mod called Haystack that did a beautiful job of making it so much easier to select one's target. However, I don't believe that mod has been maintained in quite a while. I don't want to target an unknown object. The one I want is the Asteroid XBM 519. But it is so bloody hard to select it because the arm 1 is so close to it. Now granted, that will change over time, but it's not going to change soon enough for my taste. Ay, ay, ay. It's so hard to target something like that. Targeting really needs work. With something like this, you need to be able to select a drop-down. When there's two things this close together, you need to have it come up and give you multiple choice as to what to target. And if I zoom in too close, the asteroid track disappears. Problem is, I don't want to target the arm. I want to target the asteroid. But I guess I'm going to have to target the arm and use that as a ballpark thing to get somewhere close. And perhaps then I can retarget to select the asteroid. And no, I'm not going to try to fix the plane. Maybe that's what I need to do. Just go ahead and get escape. Get escape fairly quickly. Three days escape. 3 days, 4 hours to escape. Okay. Burn in 25 minutes. Set it up. Get lined up with it. Time warp and burn. And I'm not liking this because it's turning me retrograde. It means I need to refigure the whole bloody thing because that just isn't going to cut it. Alright, first, what direction are we going here? Alright. Alright, 3 days to escape. And, alright, let's get rid of that one. Set a new one. And do some time warping. Okay, looks like this one will work. Kill the alarm, close that. And I'm going to go ahead and burn it now. Show me the delta V thing, turn that off. We'll just get this thing into an escape trajectory, and then we can deal with the one that's headed to the asteroid first. And then, if need be, this one can come along and do some more work. Some way or another, we're going to get this thing into a aerobraking trajectory. The asteroid, that is, along with whatever's attached to it. Coming up on staging here, I just want to make sure that this thing, these radial tanks don't jettison this time. That was embarrassing. All right, good to go. All right, I'll finish up the burn and we'll be back. All right, that burn is finished, and I've set up a maneuver node here about almost 3 hours ahead. And that one is going to result in a close approach of 640 kilometers. So I'm going to go ahead and get lined up with the maneuver node and time warp up there and go ahead and burn that, because that burn is the next one scheduled. And the Arm 3 is in orbit, waiting to be used if necessary. And I'm thinking probably it's going to be necessary. All right, let's go ahead, time warp. All right. Go ahead and burn. I expect this one is going to take a little while, and it's going to use a fair amount of the Delta V available, but it will result in close approach. Actually, it's not going to take that long. I forgot, there's a lot less ship here. All right. Close approach, 528 kilometers. Excellent. Okay. Now I should switch back to the Arm 3. I did launch another one of those, didn't I? Okay, it's another Arm 2 class. All right, let's switch to that. Yeah, okay. Okay. Target is set. All right. Our next alarm, that one's done. Let's get an alarm for this one reaching sphere of influence. And time warp ahead. Now this one has a close approach way the heck over here. We need to see if we can't fix that. Alright, I'm thinking some radio inward. Yeah, that's helping. That's not. Intersect is still far enough apart that it's going to be a problem here. Separation 17 million. $82,000. This thing is not going to reach the asteroid before it hits Kerbal encounter. There's just no way. Well, maybe. How much delta V are we talking about? 1893. It's got enough to do it. Okay. $27,000 kilometer close approach, and we can refine that as we get yet closer. All right. That's in 2 hours. Set an alarm for that. It's our next burn, so we'll go ahead and time warp to it. Okay, the ship is on its way for a rendezvous with the asteroid. It should get there sometime after the other ship gets there and docks and does its burn. Three kilometers per second in delta V burning up here, so we'll be finishing off these asparagus tanks and getting into the middle tank a little bit. Alright, I managed to kill my maneuver node before it was time to do so. So I'm just relying on the fact that SAS was holding the ship in the right attitude, and I'm continuing the burn, watching the separation at intersect 1. And hopefully we'll still get a good, close, reasonably close approach, which can be refined as we get closer. Okay, the asparagus tanks are empty. Get rid of them. Close approach is down to 43,000 kilometers. Alright, our close approach distance started to go back up, so that's the end of that burn. Alright, and next on our alarms is the Arm 1 in 3 days. First, let's set an alarm for this one. The close approach is 27,000 kilometers. We'll set an alarm for that. Apparently there is now close approach distance. I will set a target distance of 29,000. And apparently this one's going to get to that first. We'll switch back to the ship anyhow. That's the wrong arm ship. In fact, get rid of that alarm. We won't have that problem again. And I can't put a maneuver down here. Wait a minute, there is a maneuver. I don't think that's right. Maybe now I can place a maneuver node. Alright, let's see if we can get closer to this thing. $78,000, $45,000. Of course, that's for intersect 2. Where's intersect 1? Clear over there, on the other side of the solar system. Clear on the other side of the orbit. That's not going to do. Alright, time to spend another half an hour messing with maneuver nodes and come up with something that works.